You know, free bands and 21 Savage sold somebody a condo. And when they bought the condo, they didn't know the nigga kept the keys and the door opener and all that shit to get in. So when the other nigga went out of town, the nigga that sold the condo to him went back in there and took shit.
Future may have just committed a career-ending blunder. He recently directed a subtle jab at 21 Savage via Twitter, and frankly, the outlook is grim. Disrespecting 21 Savage isn't just a clash with a musician. It's a challenge to a collective with a history of violence long before they ever had fame. These are not manufactured thugs. The 4L crew maintains a status in Atlanta that commands serious caution. Future doesn't seem to grasp the gravity of the situation while counting his wealth in a mansion. 21's associates are actually in the streets. Between leaked recordings, exposing shallow bonds, declining sales, causing panic, and online insults, we are seeing the start of a dangerous conflict. Atlanta is already buzzing with rumors that 4L is preparing a response, and they don't use statements. They use force. Stay tuned, because the fallout could reshape the local scene permanently, and the stakes are life and death. Before examining why Future is in jeopardy, you must understand the nature of 4L. This isn't merely a rap group. It's a functioning street entity that has operated in Atlanta for a long time. 21's claims of authenticity are rooted in a street status that transcends the industry. 4L stands for 4 Life, and they adhere to that strictly. They are linked to many incidents the media missed. But the streets remember, 21's lyrics are essentially a verified track record. While his crew remains active, Future has traditionally been the relaxed icon, avoiding conflict and keeping his reputation spotless. That worked when rules were followed, but the line was just crossed. Future built his image on being an untouchable player, yet that very distance might now lead to his downfall. 21 Savage has felt slighted for a while. His recent project, American Dream, only moved 50,000 units, a career low. Meanwhile, Future remains the celebrated king, which 21 views as a facade. This tension has boiled over, and Future's post was the spark. With Young Thug incarcerated and YSL in turmoil, Atlanta's power balance is fragile. Now, two major stars are clashing, creating a volatile environment. The shift began with the leaked phone calls, where Young Thug heavily criticized Future. These private talks with Mariah the Scientist show Thug venting about disloyalty. He mentioned Future refusing a benefit concert, claiming he didn't want to overshadow Thug. But Thug viewed it as a hollow excuse to avoid supporting him.
Biting and you just not real. You biting and you ain't real. You just a buster all the way around. Like, hey, what's wrong with you? You'll use a nigga whole life, a whole saying, and whole everything, and don't even participate in a free a nigga campaign. Around the time I got locked up, I know for sure you would have made sure you said in one of your songs, "Free bruh," just because it's just publicity for you. Crazy, bro. That I ain't even trying to think about these niggas. These niggas have a nigga mad. You wouldn't believe that.
The situation deteriorates further. Thug explains how Future's demeanor shifts when women are present, claiming he grandstands and ignores Thug in the studio to impress them. Thug noted that while Future would initially seek his genuine musical input, he would suddenly act as if Thug didn't exist once women arrived. It's a display of profound insincerity. They haven't been close in quite some time.
Me and him ain't been tight in a minute. Yeah. And it's because he do little lane jump, like call me to the studio. You know, so I pull up to the studio, chilling with him. You asking me what to say on the song and how you should start off your song. Then there's girls in the room. Now you acting like you don't hear me telling you that. Because there's girls in here, like, just like little fake nigga like that, like little stuff like that. I don't be liking that nigga. I'm a player, like, what's wrong with you, fool? You trying to, I don't know what image you trying to get off to these girls, but you an idiot, nigga. Like, everything you know a nigga teaching you, I done taught you. Like, cut it out, bro. Like.
Thug then launched a personal attack. He discussed Future's private life, alleging he is reckless with women and pressures them into termination. He specifically cited a woman named Arabian, who supposedly had multiple procedures. Thug portrayed Future as a man indifferent to the feelings and lives of others. Crucially, Thug claimed Future's entire team is fraudulent, including mutual associates. He labeled Future a gal clown, suggesting he is driven by lust rather than street principles. Coming from a respected figure like Thug, this serves as a complete character demolition.
Pluto is like, you pushing the P, bitches want to have your kids and shit too, but you still got to be like 100% locked in with the kids. You like 100% locked in with the bitches. That's the wrong way to go.
What made the recordings so impactful was the obvious pain in Thug's tone. This wasn't typical rap rivalry. It was profound betrayal by someone he viewed as a brother. Betrayal by family always hurts more than any outside enemy. Once these tapes surfaced, 21 had to decide, stay neutral or take a side. He immediately backed Young Thug because their bond is rooted in history, not just hits. While Future stayed safe, 21 and Thug were together in the struggle. They rose during the same period and valued authenticity over chart success. When Thug faced his RICO charges, 21 remained steadfast, visiting him and supporting him financially while keeping his legacy relevant. That kind of devotion is rare. 21 has often felt undervalued in Atlanta, despite his consistent street and musical output. Since major figures still rank Future above him, Thug's critiques confirm 21's own feelings. Furthermore, 21 prioritizes street codes over industry networking. Future may have the bigger hits, but Thug was loyal when it mattered. 221, that is the ultimate metric. There is also the matter of integrity. 21 prizes being genuine above all else. Seeing Future praised as a leader, while allegedly being a fraud behind closed doors clearly bothers him. The friction between their circles goes deeper than music. Reports from Atlanta suggest a street deal went south between their groups, involving significant money. Allegedly, a member of 21's circle sold a property to a member of Future's team. It seemed like a standard business deal. However, the seller reportedly kept a spare key and garage remote. When the buyer left town, the seller returned and burglarized the residence. We are talking about massive losses, jewelry worth hundreds of thousands in various safes. This was a sophisticated heist, resulting in six-figure damages. Security footage identified the culprit, proving it was a premeditated betrayal. In the streets, the leader 21 Savages expected to rectify this by either returning the funds or disciplining the perpetrator.
You know, free bands and 21 Savage sold somebody a condo, and when they bought the condo, they didn't know the nigga kept the keys and the door opener and all that shit to get in. So when the other nigga went out of town, the nigga that sold the condo to him went back in there and took shit.
According to insiders, 21 failed to properly resolve the issue. This created a rift unrelated to hip-hop. Future's camp felt violated not just by the theft, but by 21's lack of accountability. In that world, such inaction is seen as weakness, or even approval. This detail is vital because it proves the conflict isn't just about tweets. There are financial grievances and unaddressed disrespect. When street and music worlds collide, violence can follow quickly. The animosity surfaced publicly during 21's Big Bank interview. When asked who the greatest in Atlanta was, 21 became visibly uncomfortable. He tried to avoid the question, but Bank persisted. It was obvious he didn't want to mention Future. He deflected every time the hierarchy was brought up. While he had strong opinions, he wasn't ready to openly bash Future yet. Eventually, he claimed the title for himself. It wasn't a joke. It was a serious assertion that he deserved the top spot and was done being ignored.
I'll give you my opinion, nigga, and then I'll be like, but shit, you gotta do what you gotta do though, bitch. You chose this lane.
Yes.
That's what I tell you.
Fact.
I might be like, I feel like you're...
When asked who else belonged in that elite tier, 21 listed his own associates, but pointedly excluded Future. The slight was subtle but undeniable. 21 was gauging public reaction to his refusal to recognize Future as the city's king. Seeing social media support reinforced his confidence to push the issue further. The interview revealed that this wasn't an impulsive move. He had been harboring these resentments about the Atlanta power structure for quite some time.
I don't feel like you supposed to be in the street. Cause niggas don't know you really smart ass, let it go ass nigga, call nigga phone, let it go ass nigga.
But a lot of niggas is them the most
really smart ass.
But yeah, goddamn, I don't know I think what made me jump in the street was just my circumstances. I feel like I was forced in the street. Cause I couldn't do nothing else. I ain't got no green card. I can't get no job. So how the hell else was I gonna survive? You feel what I'm saying? This is how I really feel. I feel like Atlanta is really goddamn, what's the word? Atlanta really a pedophile. Cause Atlanta really groomed us, bruh, since we was kids. The fuck? No,
True to his character, Future didn't react with immediate hostility. Instead, he let his achievements do the talking. He posted about being the biggest, a quiet reminder that regardless of street cred, his commercial dominance remains unmatched. However, the leaked tapes clearly affected him. Being called a fraud on a public recording by a former friend is a heavy blow, especially when you helped that person's career. Future has always stayed out of the spotlight's mess, which is why he has lasted a decade while others failed. But this time, it's personal. His biggest in this post was a reminder that while 21 focuses on being the realist, Future has the sales, the tours, and the global reach. It was a subtle flex in a growing storm. Interestingly, Future could have been more aggressive. He could have addressed the calls or 21 directly, but he initially chose the high road. This is either a brilliant move or a failure to realize the danger. In street culture, taking the high road can look like fear. Against a crew like Pharrell that values action, a measured response might not stop the escalation. After American Dream underperformed with just 50,000 sales, 21 Savage unleashed a Twitter tirade. He began by claiming to be the realist, countering Future's biggest post. Then he began revealing industry secrets that most rappers keep hidden. He admitted QC was wrong about certain things and suggested he and Lil Baby knew Thug was being inconsistent about snitching claims. This was 21 suggesting that even Thug's inner circle had doubts about his adherence to the street code. It was a massive revelation showing that Thug's allies saw his hypocrisy. 21 also claimed he tried to mediate between Quavo and Offset, positioning himself as the mature leader trying to preserve Atlanta's unity while others let egos prevail. Most shocking were his comments on Gunna. He claimed Thug knew Gunna wasn't a gangster but ignored it because of the profit he generated.
Avoid Gunna. Your fans want to hear Drip Too Hard. They want to hear these songs that are amazing hit songs that you happen to have with Gunna. You're skipping them because Gunna's a snitch or rat? I thought Young Thug's father said that. Technically, he's not, right? There's some YSL niggas now saying that, he's not. But Lil Baby's trying to stand on business and be like, yeah, f that. We're skipping the song. We're not even playing the song at the concert no more. I feel like something happened recently. Something behind the scenes. This confirms something happened behind the scenes.
21 also criticized other local artists for being disingenuous and choosing sides based on profit rather than principle. He framed himself as the lone honest voice in a landscape of political games. This outburst showed his deep-seated frustration with the scene and his own standing. The poor album performance was simply the catalyst he needed to speak out. Let's be honest about the motivation behind the rant. The album flopped. For a star of his level, 50,000 units is a major setback. He needed to trend, generate headlines, and drive engagement back to his brand. Starting a feud with a titan like Future and leaking industry drama is the fastest way to do that. Controversy creates interest, and 21 understands this. By branding himself as the only one brave enough to tell the truth, he is attempting to pivot back to his authentic roots. It's a gamble that risks burning major bridges, but when you're losing relevance, you take risks. The danger is that involving street elements makes these risks life-threatening. 21 knows his brand is built on uncompromising street credibility. If the music isn't selling, doubling down on that image makes sense for his brand's survival. This situation is particularly dangerous because Pharrell is known for real-world consequences. These aren't just performers. They are individuals with reputations they are willing to defend. Pharrell has a history in Atlanta and functions as a serious organization. When 21 talks about conflict, he isn't just talking about music. Combine street status with bruised pride and financial loss, and you have a recipe for violence. 21 feels slighted by Future's success, while Future feels betrayed by someone he mentored. Meanwhile, Thug's private frustrations have now ignited a public fire he can't put out. Those calls force people to choose sides. And in Atlanta, that has tangible risks. The condo theft adds a layer of real-world crime to the mix. With 4L's reputation for responding to disrespect with force, Future may have genuinely endangered himself. Both sides have immense power. Future has the money and industry pull, while 21 has the street muscle. This tension often spills out into reality, leading to tragedy. We've seen this pattern before in the city. When the lines between entertainment and the streets blur, lives are lost. Right now, every element for a violent escalation is present. This beef is a symptom of a shifting power dynamic in the city. For a long time, Future was the undisputed leader. Now, 21 is challenging that. Thug is influencing from a cell, and the new generation is watching closely. Lines are being drawn. Artists and crews are being forced to choose between the hitmaker and the street realist. This highlights the eternal struggle between commercial success and authenticity. Future represents the industry's peak, while 21 represents the uncompromising streets. It's a dangerous choice for a community that values keeping it real above all else. In summary, this feud started with a leak but is really about the soul of Atlanta hip-hop. Thug's words expose years of hidden resentment. 21's loyalty to Thug over Future shows his priorities, regardless of the financial cost. The condo robbery proves this is more than just lyrics, it's about unresolved street business. And 21's desperation after a flop shows how far someone will go to stay relevant. Futures.com might be interpreted as a lack of strength, which is a dangerous perception in this city. Ultimately, success doesn't guarantee respect. The question is whether this remains online or turns physical. Atlanta is waiting, and in a city where status is life and death, this is a very high-stakes game. Once this cycle of retaliation starts, it is nearly impossible to stop. What began as hurt feelings and leaked phone calls could end in tragedy. When the line between rap and reality vanishes, everyone is at risk. What's your take? Is 21 right about Future? Or is he just desperate for a hit? Will this stay on the internet or end up in the streets? Let me know and subscribe, as this situation is far from over.